Hey guys, welcome to our channel. I'm Molly.
I'm Ken.
Thank you so much for those of you who have already subscribed. We really appreciate it. Today we're going to talk about 10 things to think about whenever you're building your tiny home, whether you're doing the work or someone else is doing it for you. Number 1. So I know that this one sounds really common sense, but having stairs whenever you exit your tiny home. There's going to be about a 2-foot drop off from the ledge of your house to the ground. And unless you ask your builder to include it or it's not already included, you're going to need a way to get out, whether you do that yourself or have them build it for you.
Number 2. One thing to think about is your living room. And for us, it was important to want to entertain our friends and family, so we went with an L-shaped couch for seating arrangements. It was important to us because you can fit 4 to 5 people on this couch, and also to consider the L keeps it very open from the entry, and so it makes it a lot more comfortable for not only ourselves but for our guests too.
Number 3, kitchen storage. Ken and I knew right off the bat that we were going to do open shelving. So that leaves us where we're going to put our spices, our fruits, our veggies, things like that that don't need to be refrigerated. When you have cabinets, you're able to hide things a little bit easier. You can put bottles in places. It gives you a little bit more storage. But when you do open shelving, you're going to have to get creative with your storage solutions. So for our spices, we found these great little spice carriers. They're magnetic. They go right onto our vent hood. So that way we have everything within arm's reach when we're cooking. For our fruits and our veggies, we bought these also off of Amazon. And they just hold our dry goods that don't need to be refrigerated.
Number 4. So if you have pets, or fur babies as we like to call them, it's important to have an area specific for them. So for us, we have their dog food. We also have a bin for their toys. Tuggy has special dog food. We also have hidden back here a linen spray. Yes, in a small space, our fur babies can bring a stench in sometimes, and that has been a lifesaver for our couch, just our house in general. But also they have their dog bowl here, and this is just their little domain, their corner that they like to claim for their own. And we just thought it was important for them to have their own space.
Number 5. The 5th thing to think about is, are you going to have a dishwasher? If not, and you're hand cleaning your dishes like we do, you may want to consider installing a garbage disposal. We had the builder put this in kind of last second. Ken and I have both had experience of not having a garbage disposal and cleaning dishes, and it is just gooey. You have to be cautious of food not going down the drain. So makes it a lot easier cleaning up. We just make sure the water's running, run this disposal, and we're good to go.
Number 6. When building a tiny home, another thing to consider is your laundry. There are several options that you can choose from when building. One can be you don't have any washer, dryer, or laundry in your home at all. You can go to a laundromat. That can be an option if that's something you're open to. Another thing that we've noticed while doing our research is a lot of people go with a washer-dryer combo unit. For us, after just reading some things, it could be long cycle times and long dry times when switching over. So for us, we just wanted to make it simple, kind of what we were used to, so we went with a stackable washer and dryer. Whirlpool appliances, quick 30 to 45 minute wash time as well as the dry time, and it's just worked out for us. It's the most convenient that we found.
Number 7, heating and cooling. You definitely want to take into consideration the climate that you're going to be in. If you plan on traveling with your tiny home, that's something else to think about. For us, we knew that we were going to be stationary for quite a bit of time, and in Texas, it gets very hot from April to about October timeframe. So having an AC system was an absolute must for us. In hindsight, looking back at it, we do wish that we spent the extra money and did a mini split, as those are a little bit more efficient and they can direct air in different locations versus our through wall unit. We do love it. We just find that it keeps, it's a little hard to keep up with the heat sometimes in the summer. So we end up having to block out a lot of our windows with Reflectix. Second part of that is heating. So again, Ken and I are in Texas, and so having a really good source of heat wasn't a must-have for us, but it does get pretty chilly in the evenings, and especially in the winter, it can drop into the 30s and 20s. So we just went with the standard heating that came with Mint Tiny Homes, and we have 2 locations. We have one in the living room and one in the bathroom. These are plenty for our tiny square footage. The dials are located on the wall and the heat just comes out. It is an electric source of heating. So if you're off-grid, that's something to think about. Another source of heating that you could look at doing is a wood burner stove. Ken and I think those are so cute, and one day would love to incorporate that in a future home for us. Another thing that you could do is radiant heated floors. That is one thing that we kind of wish that we did install. We tried to go to our builder, but it was unfortunately too late to add that option at the time. And the reason why we would want to add it is the wind does go underneath the tiny home, so the floors are a little chilly whenever we come down in the morning, so having something warm to step on would be nice.
Number 8, also to consider is where you're going to sleep. We've looked at many floor plans, and some offer bedrooms down below on the first level. Others have different loft styles. You also have to consider what type of trailer you're going to use, whether it's going to be a flatbed trailer or a gooseneck trailer. That has a lot of play on what to consider as far as where you want to have your bed placement. For us, in the floor plan, we thought it was best to have it over our bathroom towards the back end of the home. And we fit a king-size bed up here. We also have kind of corner niches for some nightstands, as well as behind this wall we do have some TV entertainment. It's also great because it's just right up the stairs. It's easy for us to get up and also for the dogs to get up as well.
Number 9. So one thing to also think about when you're in a tiny house is the amount of humidity that's going to be in the air. Between me, Ken, the dogs, and all the plants, there's a lot of moisture going into here. We want to make sure that our tiny house is mold free and we don't run into any issues down the road. We went onto Amazon and bought these damp raids. You can tell that this thing is full. We installed it only about a month and a half ago. We have about 3 or 4 of these around the house, and it does a really good job of pulling the excess moisture out of the air to keep our house nice and dry.
And last but not least, number 10. So, going tiny, one of the things is you have to decide whether you're going to be mobile or stationary. For us, we are going to be stationary for a while, so we thought it was best to go with a Kohler flushable toilet. At first, we did not have this. We did have a composting toilet, and we found that it wasn't quite composting as best as we thought it would. So we just went down to the local Home Depot, decided that this would be the best seated height, and also just work with our plumbing here at the tiny house, and it's been great ever since. Thank you guys so much for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed the content, and we also hope that we were informative about the tiny home building.
We will link all the products that we talked about today in the description below. Don't forget to click that subscribe and like button, share it with your friends, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.
See ya.